Welcome back. Welcome back, Raider Nation. Today, we're yapping about the Raiders' two most important keys to this offseason and free agency success. We have two blatant issues on our team. Linebackers and the offensive line. They have to be fixed before anything else. Let's go. After the Raiders do their due diligence and find our head coach, I'm hoping for Clint Kubiak. I'm hoping for Robert Saleh. John Harbaugh, Mike Tomlin, who just got sacked today, stepping down. I don't know. But in free agency, we're going to make some moves. We have liquid cash. Last year, all of our top players were free agents. Morig, Kuntz, Spillane. The list goes on. We had key free agents last year that needed to go. We needed to re-sign. We didn't have spending money. We had a lot of re-signings. But the key issues with this team, the linebackers. Our linebackers are garbage this year. We have no linebackers left on this roster aside from Tommy Eichenberg. That's one guy, maybe a practice squatter as well, who is being retained. But at the moment, I don't have a clue who is going to be the two starting linebackers for the Raiders next year. As long as it's not Devin White, I will be happy. He sucks. The first option at the linebacker position this offseason is probably going to be one of the two most expensive options in Devin Lloyd. And when you think of Devin Lloyd, you think someone who can go from sideline to sideline, a guy who completely changed this Jaguars defense. He's a game changer at the linebacker position. That is also why he's going to be getting paid probably $20 million. He's the prototypical linebacker for 2026. He's long, he's fast, he blitzes, he travels, he could cover routes. He's a downhill attacking. He attacks the ball. He can blitz. He can do everything. He is a true Mike or Will linebacker, depending on how our defensive coordinator structures the defense. He's just the prototypical linebacker that we need. Devin White couldn't move. He missed tackles. Devin Lloyd gives us range, versatility. He could go play anywhere on the linebacking group. He gives his court. He's a Swiss Army knife. That's what you need out of linebackers now. You only pay these type of guys to upwards of $20 million if they are game changers, and that's what Devin Lloyd is. It's also awesome because the Jaguars declined his fifth-year option, so the franchise tag is definitely not an option unless they want to be paying him $27 million. Devin Lloyd is a great option for the Raiders. Second option at the middle linebacker position for the Las Vegas Raiders would be Quay Walker. Quay Walker, to me, is the definition of fool's gold. Red flag, stay the hell away. He is mid. Quay Walker, when you look at his face stats, he ended the season with 102 tackles, 6 sacks, 2 picks, a forced fumble. He is an impact player everywhere but in pass coverage. He's a definition of a Mike linebacker. He's similar. I could compare him to Devin White, honestly. He's going to man the defense. He could call plays. He's disciplined in the run game. He crashes out on the ball. He's decently fast breaking down on the ball, but his coverage makes him almost unplayable on third downs. And if this guy's going to want 10, 15, 20 million, dude's going to be signing nowhere. He is not. This would be a very bad signing if the Raiders make this signing. If they make this signing, I give up hope for the rest of the year. He is fool's gold. He can't cover. Worst coverage linebacker. Did you guys see him try to stay with Colston Loveland? There was one route over the middle of the field I think he stayed up with and got a pass deflection. Other than that, every corner route he ran was wide open. He is horrible in coverage. He got cooked this past week. Stay away from Quay Walker, Las Vegas. Another linebacking option for the Raiders is going to be Nakobe Dean. There's no way the Eagles re-sign him after him showing his injury problems throughout the year. They're low on cap. They have Jod Campbell. Nakobe Dean is a good player. The last time we all saw him, he got cooked by CMC on that Texas route. But hey, he was trying to make a play in the flat. And there was a hold on Trent Williams that let Brock Purdy get up in the pocket. Only Eagles fans will know that, though. Nakobe Dean had a shortened season coming back from a torn patella, which is crazy injury to come back from. He also had a hamstring injury this year. But guess what? He looked just like his normal self when healthy, producing as a pass rusher, like he always does. 5 sacks, 20 pressures, 34% pass rush win rate from a linebacker is pretty crazy. He is not a normal linebacker, though. He can do everything on the field well. It just depends on how the defensive coordinator uses him. A guy like Fangio uses him as a Swiss Army knife. He puts him all across the line of scrimmage. He's best as a will linebacker. Throwing pressure at the quarterback, he puts running backs on their bottoms when blitzing. He gets to the quarterback quick. He breaks down well. He's good at floating to running backs, except for you can't guard guys like CMC. They're impossible to cover one-on-one as a linebacker. Nobody can do it. I blame Fangio for putting him in that position. His only downside, in my opinion, is the injury history. If you played a no-injury league NFL, he'd be getting paid $20 million a year, 100%. He is good when he's healthy. The Raiders will definitely have their eyes on Nakobe Dean in free agency. He's an ask for around $10, $15, $20 million as well. Caden Ellis is another older option. Another one where I'm like, if it's more than $8, $10 million, I just say no. He's a tackler who's average in pass coverage, and linebackers and pass coverage are the keys to victory now. You need safeties who are big and can play out of structure, like Nick Emmanwori, Kyle Hamilton, or you need guys who can pass coverage, or it's just a mismatch at the tight end position. Tight ends feast off linebackers who can't coverage, and Caden Ellis is one of them. He put up 150 tackles this year. He had 5 sacks, which shows he's a Mike linebacker who's great going downhill, applies pressure on the quarterback. He plays fast. It's just him in pass coverage sucks. And I don't like linebackers who suck in pass coverage. I'd rather have a shitty tackler and a shitty run gapping guy next to a Mike who could tackle, can cover, can bail him out. I don't see a point of paying Caden Ellis. He would be fine on a 1-year, $7.5 million deal. That'd be perfectly fine for me. 2-year, $13 million deal would be awesome. He was a 7th round pick. Now he is a team captain. So he has his pluses. With the linebackers, it's obvious there are 3 guys who are going to be getting paid. 2 guys, in my opinion, who are definitely getting paid. Nakobe Dean's going to get paid. He's too good when he's healthy to not be. And Devin Lloyd is getting $20 million a year. Devin Lloyd should be the Raiders' main target. He can man the defense. He's all you could ask for as a linebacker. He could cover. He could pass rush. He can tackle. He is the guy the Raiders need. Devin Lloyd has to be number 1 on this team's free agency must-adds. Has to be. You pair one of Lloyd's with some depth, bring back Orlando Roberts. We need to get one of these guys. We need a prototypical linebacker. I need Devin Lloyd in my life. We all need a Devin Lloyd in our life. When's the last linebacker that's been good for the Raiders? I don't know. I want a dominant linebacker like Fred Warner. You see how much he changes the games for the 49ers? You see how much Devin Lloyd? Just give me Devin Lloyd. I need a guy who can impact the game on all 4 downs, can tackle, can lead a team. My dream at the linebacker position is Sonny Styles. If the Raiders could find a way to get Sonny Styles in this draft, I will be on cloud 9. He's not getting to the 2nd round. He's going to be a top 15 pick, and we hold pick number 1. So we're screwed. We're not getting Sonny Styles. Once we know our defensive coordinator, it will be a lot easier to find our scheme fits for linebacker. I'll go into deeper depth targets, top 10. But right now, these are the key guys, top 4 guys I see us targeting with our cap. And we need a game changer on defense. We need someone who could change the game besides Max Crosby. And that is Devin Lloyd. As we all know from watching this past Raiders team, the offensive line is the worst in football. Besides maybe the Chargers. Suck it, Chargers. Another playoff defeat. Powder blue. Pussy ass Chargers. Phillip Rivers 2.0. But hey, let's stay on track. The Raiders are in the same exact spot that the Bears were in last year when Ben Johnson was brought in. They needed better trench play. Well, guess what? The Bears had a bottom 5 trench unit last year, and this year, it's top 15. Why can't the Raiders do the same thing? We're getting our quarterback. We're getting our new coach, just like the Bears. And guess what? We didn't have our quarterback underneath that type of pressure, getting sacked 37 times, building bad habits. We have our rookie quarterback, Fernando Mendoza, who could come in from Indiana, from the best place you could possibly be in college football, compared to what Caleb Williams dealt with his first year. Just total incompetency from coaching staff. What did the Bears do? They attacked. They got Joe Tunian. They got Jonah Jackson for 2 picks, a 6th rounder and a 4th rounder. For those 2 guys, they are both all pros this season. Crazy. They signed their center, Drew Dahlman, in free agency, 3-year, $42 million. They already had their all-pro tackle, just like the Raiders. And that's the thing. The Raiders may be in a better spot. What do we have with Caleb Rogers? What do we have with Charles Grant? Can JPJ keep improving? We have pieces already there with Colton Miller. It just takes some right decisions and a coach wanting to fucking win, like Ben Johnson. How about the Jaguars? They did the same thing. Offensive line turnaround. All we need to do is get it right. Dylan Parham, DJ Glaze. Yes, they are replaceable. But Dylan Parham, we have to keep it. We need depth. Depth is the key in the trenches. You can never have too much. Offensive linemen are expensive. They're expensive in free agency now, as you've seen in the past. Robert Hunt got paid, $25 million. If we could get Parham on a cheap deal, $7 million a year, $8 million a year, please, I would love to do that. We need to improve the offensive line. That's it. We need to look at whose teams had the best offensive lines, who's free agents, and attack. The first option would be Tyler Linderbaum. Everyone knows who Tyler Linderbaum is. He has been the Ravens' heart and soul of their offensive line for the past 5 years since he's entered the league. And if you could poach a top 5 center at the age of 25 to bring in as a franchise cornerstone, I don't think you think about it twice. You do it. Yes, this would mean JPJ would have to move to offensive guard. He is not as good there. But could you imagine them mauling linebackers in front of them for Janty if JPJ could figure out at guard, which I don't think he will. But I'm just thinking of Linderbaum next to JPJ if they were both top 15 at their position. Linderbaum's going to get paid this offseason. He's good at run blocking. He's all you could ask for at center. He's going to be pointing out. He's a center. He's an all-pro center. When one hits the market, you try to sign him because there's not going to be more like him. Another option for the Raiders, a true guard, which I think the Raiders will try to attack since they know JPJ is more of a center. Tevin Jenkins, the former Bear draft pick, he is a no-brainer when healthy. He would be the perfect fit right next to JPJ. This past year, he got a prove-it deal in Cleveland. Showed his worth when he's on the field. This was his first year being healthy his whole career, which is a bad sign. Someone may get scammed by him. If someone gives him a 3-year contract, they are putting themselves in deep doo-doo. He has never been healthy, ever. He's a tough guy to give a multi-year contract to. In my opinion, Tevin Jenkins is in a void. Let someone else overpay him on a multi-year contract. A top option for me, the Bills guy, David Edwards. The Buffalo Bills rushing unit has been so dominant this year. They have 2 free agents. One plays center. We need to attack David Edwards. He's a guard that could come and walk into this starting rotation. He's going to get paid $15 to $20 million. Guards are free offensive linemen are such a premium now. It's crazy. He was the key to a top 5 rushing unit. He is movable. He can play left. He can play right guard. He is a guy you sign. Another option for the Raiders at the guard position is Elijah Vera Tucker from USC. Another guy who has not stayed healthy ever. He's missed more games than he's played, I believe, since getting drafted. He's going to get upwards of 10 to 20 million because he's good when he's healthy. Someone's going to pay this guy because they need a guard. And there's so many teams that need guards out there. But if you only play half of the games that you are able to play, there is zero value of you being on my team. Elijah Vera is another avoid for the Raiders. He can prove it on another team to stay healthy on a multi-year deal. If you could get him for a 1-year deal, maybe 2-year deal, maybe anything more than 3 is a no, in my opinion. We know we have to attack the guard position. That is a key position we need to attack. Another one is the right tackle position. We don't know what we have with Charles Grant. Thanks, Pete Carroll. Thanks, Nepo Babies. We're actually going to get an offensive line coach who wants to make their players improve. Could you imagine how awesome that's going to be? Charles Grant, in his short playing time, he showed potential to man the left side of the line. He was playing left tackle. This offseason is going to be critical for him if the Raiders say, let's put him at right tackle for the future. That is going to be a huge right tackle. If we figure out the right tackle with Charles Grant, we are in a 10 times better situation than we were last year already. If not, if he's showing struggles through training camp, through minicamp, then there's guys like Braden Smith, Jonah Jackson, could be a year or 2 filler. They're old, 29. You don't want to give them a long year deal. You want to give them 2 years, 3 years. But they're average. They're going to get 10 to 15 million. They're both, I don't think Spytek is into those type of signings. Old, going to be regressing. I think he would totally rather attack offensive line through the draft. We have a lot of picks through round 4. I expect at least 2 or 3 picks to be offensive line, depending on how we attack free agency. I want them to go out and get one of these guards. They have to. Please, give me David Edwards. If we get David Edwards, that would be awesome. Just awesome. But man, the Raiders, these are the 2 positions I believe if we figure them out, you will see us improve that much more. Linebacker, offensive line are our 2 biggest holes and most important to fill for a turnaround in 2026. Who are some linebackers you guys want to target that I did not mention? Let me know, offensive linemen, that you guys also love. Some low-key signings, some guys who can prove it in another spot. I want to know. The Raiders have holes to fill. We're going to keep talking about them, and I'll catch y'all boys tomorrow.